Right, so I just wanted to show you something I'd seen in a book recently. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the title of the book now. Well, that's the title of the book, because to be honest I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. It's such a long title. Anyway, so in that book I'd seen the first ever drawn picture of a reverse figure 4 which I've ever seen. I've seen other videos and people doing their own kind of versions of the reverse figure 4, but I've never actually seen a drawn picture of one, you know, like a historical drawn picture of one, until I'd seen that book. And I've kind of copied their version here, which is, it's not weird, but it is slightly weird, because it's very short and stubby. Look, you see how my hand next to it, and that's how I think it would have been. It would have been fairly short and stubby like that. I'll show you a picture of the original one. Right, so you've seen the picture. Now, there is one other thing with this trigger which is slightly weird, and it is, you've got it like this, but to make it higher you add a piece of wood like that, which I've never ever seen that done before. But in the pictures I've seen, it's like that, and there's a piece of wood on top. I'll show you a couple more pictures now. So as you can see, both of those pictures, it has a piece on top like that. So I suppose if it works, then that piece, you know, you can have this kind of short trigger and you kind of get around it being short by adding this piece on top, which I've never seen that done before. Now you could refigure this, so you know, this was longer, this one come up much more of an angle, which you've seen me do before anyway. But their weird short version, you just added that piece of wood on top, which I thought was really weird. So the pieces are, the normal pieces are this bit. You see it's got an angle, you know, like a straight cut there. This bit cut out and a bit there. This piece, it's only cut on that one. And then this one, an angled cut on the top, and it's cut like that. So it's slightly different. It's pretty similar to the one I've done before. Right, we'll set it up and see how hard it is. Now I've got a feeling with this extra part it's going to be hard to set up. So I think this is going to be quite hard to set up. So I think it'd be easy to set up the normal way, but see, to be honest, the normal way you can just hold it like this. Just hold it in place and then get it in there. And I suppose it would work like that, as you can see. You can see that it would work like that, and I think it'd definitely be, you know, an option to use it like that. Yeah, so it works right like that. And let's try it again the other way. So I'll see if I can get it in there kind of by holding it again. The problem is it's going to be quite hard, I reckon. Maybe we'll have to do two parts. I'll have to lift it up with this one or something. Might be a bit of a bother if this was a heavy weight. You might need someone to help you do it. strange, I don't want to kind of bind up. I may need to just do a bit of adjusting. None of it's gripping together. Trigger stick just wants to fall. Right, I'm going to have to adjust this bit so it sits further at the edge. Right, try this again. That's how it is now. So I don't know why they would have wanted to do it like this. A lot harder to set. Got it finally. So it's a lot harder to set like that. It can be done, but you could easily just refigure your trigger so it was much higher up in the first place. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. I don't know why they chose to do it like that or draw it like that. Not sure, but I definitely don't think it makes any. It's definitely no easier to set like this. May go off easier, but definitely not easier to set though. Right, I'll set it off once. I probably won't be resetting it again though. Right, so there you go. Reverse figure 4, slightly different. As soon as I saw that, I thought I definitely want to try that. Maybe if you adjust it a bit more. Because for example, if, set this up, if this top one, oh, let me just set it up and I'll show you. If this top one just there was slightly longer, it would give it a bit more leverage, you know what I mean? So it would make the pivot here more in the middle, and then it would make it a bit stronger pushing here, if you know what I mean. But at the minute there's not a lot of wood there compared to there, so if this was slightly longer that might be better. Just slightly longer, you know, you can still use this but it'd be over there a little bit. One thing I did do, I had already shortened this, because what I'd done was it was about to there, say, it's a bit longer, and it was just making the whole mechanism tip backwards. So it's a bit more playing about, but then you may be able to sort it out by possibly having this one at more of an angle like that, slightly longer, do you know what I mean? There's lots of weird different ways you could adjust it, but that did work like that, but pretty awkward to set. Right, there's plenty more traps in that book. I'll have another good look, and when I get a chance I'll do some more, but some of them are going to have to be done outside somewhere. Anyway, cheers for watching, I'll see you later.